Well, hello everybody. This is Doc Hatfield, old preacher man Piper, coming to you again. Got another story for you. But first of all, I see so many of you on here that whenever you get on, you say, "Well, housekeeping. This is the pipe I'm smoking, and Admiral's Choice is what I'm smoking in it." Now, why that's called housekeeping, I don't know. Because I know what housekeeping is, and that's just too much work for an old man like me. I mean, mopping the floors? Nope. Vacuuming the carpets? Nope. Washing the dishes? No way. Dusting everything? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Not this old feller. No, sirree. Nope. Can't do it. Won't do it. So why this is called housekeeping whenever we show the pipe and the tobacco, I'll never know, but this is enjoyable to me. It's a joy to pick out the pipe and to pick out the tobacco and light it and smoke it. That ain't no housekeeping to me. That's enjoyable to me. Anyway, let's get on with the story. I was asked the other day if I had told the story of my first job. And I said, I don't know if I have or not. So I asked somebody who has watched every video that I've done. And they said, no, you did not tell that story. So I'm on here to tell that story now. I was 16 years old and I was looking for a job. I went everywhere putting in applications. Nobody wanted to hire me. I'd put in application after application after application. I'd done everything that I could to let people know that I wanted to work. Nothing. Well, one day my dad come into my bedroom one evening, and he saw that I was just really unhappy. He said, "What's wrong, son?" I said, "I can't find a job nowhere. I've put in application everywhere." And I said, "Nothing, nothing, nothing at all." "Well, have you prayed about it?" I said, "Prayed for a job?" I said, "No." "Well, let's pray about it." So we got down beside my bed and I prayed for the job. He prayed for the job. I went to bed. The very next morning, 7 o'clock, my dad comes in and says, "You wanted on the phone." I said, "It's 7 o'clock in the morning? Tell him to call back." He said, "No, no, this is important. You got to take this call." So I went and got on the phone, and whenever I did, this woman said, "Are you still looking for a job?" I said, "Oh, yes, I am." She said, "Well, we're looking for people at the Sherman Community Hospital. Would you be interested in coming over and trying out for the job?" I said, "I would be glad to." "When do you want me?" She said, "At 8 o'clock." 8 o'clock? I mean, this was about 10 after 7. I said, "Okay, I'll try to make it." I said, "I'm over here in Denison." She said, "You just be here." I said, "All right." So I took off and went over there. Well, when I got over there, I was there for just a few minutes, and she came in and she said she was the head nurse of the hospital and could I spend the day. I said, "Well, yeah, I can spend the day." She said, "Well, what we want you to do is come with me." I said, "All right." So we went upstairs, went into this little room, and I noticed everybody was dressed funny, and she said, "First thing you got to learn to do is to scrub." I said, "Scrub?" She said, "Yeah. I want you to know, in all my life, I had never scrubbed my hands and my arms like I did that day." But I got scrubbed. When I did, they took and put a gown on me and tied it up in the back and put gloves on me and put a mask on me and put a hat on me. And they just took me into the surgery room, and there was 9 of the guys lined up over on the wall all the way across. And she said, "You go over there." She said, all y'all have to do is just stand here and watch. You can't sit down, but you just stand here and watch. That's all you do for the day, just watch." I said, "Well, I can watch. I'm good at watching." I said, "I watch a lot of movies." I said, "So that won't be no problem." So I walked over there and got in line, and this guy, one guy next to me, he said, "What's this all about? What are we doing?" I said, "Don't ask me. I ain't never been here before. I don't know the first thing about none of this. We're supposed to watch something." I said, "Maybe we're going to watch a movie or something. I don't have no idea." Well, can I tell you, it wasn't no movie we watched. It was about that time that they wheeled in a woman that if she weighed less than 500 pounds, I'll eat your hat. And so they put her over onto the operating table and was getting her all fixed up to be operated on. And all of a sudden this 6'6" guy walks in, and he was the surgeon, and he was just shaking his legs back and forth, back and forth. And I thought, what in the world's wrong with him? And he said, "Put on the music." And somebody put on some jazz music, and all of a sudden his legs just stopped. He said, "Give me a scalpel." Buddy, I want you to know they sliced that woman from one end to the other. I mean, from all the way down from her middle, all the way up her side, and she opened up like it was a cavity to walk in. And boy, when she did, 2 boys down on the end, they just passed out. I mean, they were out like a light. Just boom, gone. Well, 2 people come in there and got them and took them out. And so we were standing there, and as we was watching this, one by one, these guys would either pass out, they'd throw up, they'd whatever, but they would just out of it. And they would come and get them and take them out. And at the end of the day, I was the only one left. Now, what got 3 of them was the fact that the bucket underneath the table was full of blood, and it's like a 2 or 3 gallon bucket. And whenever they pulled that out and they saw that, they just whoop, gone. And so at the end of the day, I was the only one standing. Well, that head nurse come and got me, and she said, "Anything bother you today?" I said, "I thought that one guy beside me was going to fall on me." I thought I was going to have to run, get out of the way. I said, "Outside of that, nope. Nothing bothered me. Would it bother you to work in surgery?" I said, "No, it won't bother me. What do I do?" She said, "Well, you'll get patients ready for surgery. You'll go get patients from the room and bring them up for surgery. During the surgery, you will be carrying out the buckets of blood and replacing it with a clean bucket." And she said, "We'll teach you all of this. But if you think you can do this," she said, "you have a job." I said, "Well, I can do it." I said, "Don't bother me none." I said, "I'd be glad to do it." And so she said, "Well, we'll start you out at $150 a month." Now, that was more money than most people made back then, $150 a month. And so I said, "Well, thank you." I said, "When do I start?" She said, 8 a.m. in the morning. I said, "All right, I'll be here at 8 a.m. So at 8 a.m. the next morning, I went to work. And I don't know how long I worked there. I worked there for a pretty good while. I ended up making $300 a month before I left there. And so that's my story of my first job. I will tell you one thing that I got into that the only thing that ever bothered me was that they amputated a leg off of a 16-year-old boy. And they gave me the leg and said, would you please wrap this, take this down, and throw it in the incinerator? And I went, okay, I'm going to throw part of this old boy in an incinerator. I'm going to get arrested. But I did. I threw it, and I ended up throwing hands in there, arms in there, whatever, that they cut off of people. And that's my first job, first thing I ever did, first thing I ever made money at. And that's it. I don't know what else to say, except I sure do like this tobacco. This is my favorite tobacco because it's my wife's favorite tobacco for a room note. And you know, happy wife makes a happy life. In case you don't know that, try it. Happy wife makes a happy life. Man asked me one time, he said, how do you make your wife happy? I said, you treat her like a queen, she'll treat you like a king. Anyway, y'all be good. Take care of yourselves. Smoke a pipe. Enjoy a pipe. When your wife comes hollering about housekeeping, say, I'm sorry, I'm busy. I'm smoking a pipe. I'm smoking a pipe. I can't do it right now. No. May the good Lord watch over you and bless you. And may His grace shine down upon you. And may He take care of every circumstance in your life. And until I see you next time, bye-bye.